You have been torturing me for 4 years. What, you feel it's just so we're gonna be friends? You feel it's just so things going to happen? No. That is not going to happen. Hi wonderful people, and welcome back to my channel, Bookkraves for Giselle. What's up? What's the scene? How are you going? I hope you are doing well. I hope so. If you are new to my channel, I talk about romance books. I love romance books. I'm obsessed with romance books. I'm addicted to romance books. So I'm just sharing my passion and addiction with you. And if this is something you like, if you love romance books like me, then you know what you can do. Subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you are returning, thank you, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you like this video as well. Today, I have this series. Now, if you have been watching my videos, you would know that I am not a huge fan of young adults. Not that I dislike them, but I more or less read adult romance books. But I happened to come across a particular book and I'm like, ooh, this story sounding good. This is something that I'd like to read, only to realize that it is book 4 in the series and that the book would be released in August. Now, when I discovered this book, this was in May, and I'm like, Giselle, you know you cannot read book 4 without reading book 1. So, you know what you did? Yes, I had to read book 1 to 3 in anticipation for book 4, because that's just how I do. So I read this book, and I am saying right now, the story is addictive. The series is addictive. I have been loving this series so much. Like every single book that I've read, book 1, 2, and 3, I have absolutely loved the Hellfire series written by Becker. Oh my gosh, this young adult, I never knew young adult books could be this good, so entertaining. I usually love those steamy, sinful, lustful, dark books. I must say that this one is quite enjoyable. It is. So the Hellfire series is basically about these 5 guys that are part of the Hellfire Club at an elite prep school. And this Hellfire Club, or this club, is basically about the richest, cruelest boys in the school. And what they do in this club is they forge alliances and they consolidate power and wealth. The whole purpose of the Hellfire Club is to increase wealth. But you know, you're going to high school, you know what is going to happen. There's going to be some girl along the way.
Yeah, boy.
And not all of the relationship with these girls, not all of them come from rich families. Not all of them come from powerful elite families, which is what I like. So you have these girls, or some of these females, that are just like ordinary, you know, their parents have ordinary jobs, ordinary 9-to-5 jobs. But then you have these guys that are from some of the wealthiest families in New York City. So I'm like, Giselle, this is something you're gonna like. You know what? You need to go and read these books. I'm just saying, if you absolutely love new adults or young adults books, you are going to love this one. If you don't like books with too much of, you know, bullying or anything like that, you are going to love this book. You are going to devour it. You are going to devour these books. First one, book 1. It is Wicked Idol. No, I'm just saying, this book deserves its name because it is freaking wicked indeed. You meet Keaton and Iris. Keaton, he is from one of the wealthiest families in New York. He's also king of the school. He is also captain of the football team. And he has this untimely, unfortunate encounter with Iris and becomes obsessed with her. Like, he starts to follow this girl around. He wants to know everything about her. And they start this type of push and pull relationship, this type of enemies relationship, because Iris' dad is now the new headmaster of the school. Iris now has to deal with the fact that she has one of the cruelest boys in the school, one of the most elite boys in the school, one of the most well-known boys in the school obsessed with her. So yes, so you know what? Iris eventually, she gives in to Keaton. She starts to like him and understand him, and they form this really good connection because Keaton's family has plans for him. He's living in the shadow of his elder brother, and it's the same thing with Iris. Iris' sister, you know, she did so well in school. She's going to one of the best colleges, and her family has put so much pressure on her to follow in her sister's footsteps. But Iris has other plans. She has other aspirations, just like Keaton. And because of this similarity, they really click and they start this friendship. However, there's Clara. So Clara is supposed to be Keaton's girlfriend. And Iris is like, no, I don't need nobody beating me up. And so it comes out that his mother is forcing a relationship with Clara, although he wants nothing to do with Clara. He don't like Clara, they're just like friends. So in Wicked Idol, obviously, you have dirty talking, you have the punching of the V card, you have tension, you have high school drama, and it is a light enemies to lovers. I am not a fan of high school bullying romance. Believe it or not, given that I love mafia romances, right? But I don't like high school bullying romances. But this one wasn't bad. It was very light, which I really enjoyed about it. I really love the characters, and I think that is why I'm so invested in this particular series. The characters are so good and the book is so well written. Like, there's nothing, honestly, I did not like about it. Hey, are you liking my hairstyle? Oh, love it. Book 2, Callous Prince. Oh my goodness. Now in Callous Prince, you meet Sloane and Lennox, but you're also introduced to them in book 1, which is what I really love. So you meet all the characters in every single book. So it's not that, hey, there's no mentioning of Keaton and Iris in book 2. Yes, there is, because they're all friends. Callous Prince with Lennox and Sloane. Lennox is actually a prince. His father was involved in some illegal things and was brought down and arrested by Sloane's dad, who works for some type of agency. I believe it's Interpol. Because her dad brought down his dad and caused this big international embarrassment to his family, because his mom she's a queen or princess or something like that. But it was like so embarrassing for his family that for the 4 years that Sloane was going to that school, he tortured this girl. Like, he was constantly embarrassing her, and she took it. Like, she was sassy. She would have comebacks. She's a fighter, like a physical fighter. So yeah, so they had this definite enemies tension relationship because they both liked each other, but because of what happened with their parents, they just could not bypass that at all, until Sloane's dad asks her to keep an eye on Lennox. And she does, because she wants to get in and follow in her dad's footsteps. She's like a ninja. No, she's like a ninja. But anyways, and she does that only to discover that, I'm gonna tell you what she discovered. So while that is happening, they are building like this relationship. But that only happens because one of the Hellfire members starts to make a move on Sloane. So the book starts off right there. And you're not supposed to do that. Like, if you're in a club, there are rules. You don't try to steal someone else's girlfriend, regardless of whether or not they're torturing them or whatever. You're not supposed to do that. So because of that, that just, you know, encourages him to make a move and to try to build something with Solon. This is such a delectable read. Listen, when you meet Solon and Lennox, you are absolutely going to love them, because Solon, she is a fighter, she's strong, she's smart, and she's quite sassy. And as much as Lennox tries to torture this girl, she has a comeback for everything. Like, he can't even touch her because she will put him on the ground. The tension between them, let me tell you, it was electrifying. Yes, yes. The build-up between these two characters, it's written in such a way that it just has your heart racing and you devour the pages of the book. The story, it is so good. I ain't lying. This story, it is so good. And the thing is, Solon and Lennox, they, you know, become friends to lovers. What she was doing behind Lennox's back, everything backfired. Like, things were going so good and everything backfired. And you're like, oh my God, how do they come back from that? What I like too about this story is that when Lennox started to make the moves and stuff like that on Solon, like, she didn't give in to him easy. She's like, yo, you have been torturing me for 4 years. What, you feel it's just so we're gonna be friends? You feel it's just so things going to happen? No, that is not going to happen. So she made him work for it. That is what I absolutely love about this book, and I think that is why I was just like devouring the pages, because she just wasn't taking crap from Lennox. She's like, no, you didn't want this all the time. Now that somebody wants it, you want it? No. Hey, I love it. I love it. So Brutal Blue Blood is my favorite thus far. We still have 2 more books to go. We still have 2. But thus far, this is my absolute favorite. So you have the Ice King, and then you have the scholarship student. No, really. You have the Ice King, Owen. Owen is rational. He is calm. He's collected. He's the one in the group that keeps their cool regardless of what is happening. And you have Tanith. She is friends some of the richest girls going to school. She has nowhere to back her name. She studies hard. She applies herself. She knows she has to rely on her intelligence and her hard work to get where she wants to go, to fulfill her dreams. She knows it's not going to be handed to her, but she has always had this thing for the Ice King, for Owen. And for 4 years, she has been going to the school only to realize on one summer night that he doesn't know who she is. And you know, she really takes this to heart and accepts a particular scholarship to go to like a type of internship that Owen wanted to go to. But at that time, he didn't know that she wanted. And knowing that his family is like one of the leaders or innovators within a particular kind of magazine or something like that. She discovers that like they had good chemistry, but when she discovers this guy don't even know who she is, knowing that they sat down in classes together, like that leaves her like so heartbroken that she's like, you know what, it's a good thing nothing happened between them. And so she goes, only for Owen to become obsessed with this girl. And when she returns in the 2nd semester, when she returns to Pembroke, he's there hotly pursuing her, but she really doesn't have time for him. She's like, she doesn't want anything to do with him, because it's like, oh, now that you have met me, now you want to be with me after knowing or sitting with me in classes for 4 years? No. It ain't going to go down so. It had such a buildup of tension. It had a drama, it had tension, it had betrayal, passion. This book was unputdownable. Oh my god, girl. Okay, all right, I'm getting too excited talking about this book or just like reliving what I've read. It's just like, yes. Out of all the books that I've read, this one is the filthiest. This one has the most like dirty talking. This one, the chemistry is so undeniable, and when things unfold, like Tanith, she had to make a decision between her internship and Owen. She realizes that Owen's mother is the head of the company where she wants the internship. And Owen's mom is like, Owen is going to hold you back. Sometimes you have to make a decision. It's either your career or love. And let me say, like, Owen had to come so good. He had to come so good. Hey, read this one. If you have to read one, read Brutal Blueblood. Was there anything that I did not like in this book? No. I loved everything in this book, but what I loved the most is that, you know, the Ice King, Tanith obliterated the Ice King, crushed and shattered the Ice King. When Tanith got to Owen, when she got in his head, let me just say, he became untamed. He became this uncontrolled, untamed version of himself. And everything that he prided himself on, all this control, all this rational, collected, calm individual, that was shattered and obliterated. Like, it was gone. It was gone. I loved it. Tanith just brought out the beast, brought out this wild version of the Ice King. What Ice King? Had no Ice King? That was gone. Like, she love this book. All three books in the series are definite page turners. You devour them. They are so captivating. They are addictive. Like, you devour them. These books in this series, and when I tell you, I ain't no young adult reader. This one, Hellfire Club, Wicked Idol, Callous Prince, Brutal Blueblood, love them, and I cannot wait to read Ruined Sinner. Like, I can't wait, because you know what? You saw some things happen between the characters in the three books, so I just need to read their story, and it's coming out this month. It is coming out this month. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You know what? If you have read any of these books, please comment down below. I want to know if you love them, because I really enjoy them. Please let me know. I need to know. So comment down below, because I absolutely love it. And I can say right now, one of these books are making it on the best books that I've read in 2021. I cannot wait to read the last two books in this series. But thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun watching it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't by now. What are you waiting on? Like my video if you enjoy my content as well. Also share it on your various social media accounts. Make sure and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, as well as Twitter. If you want to know what I'm reading, when I'm reading it, definitely follow me on Goodreads. So again, thank you for watching my video, and yeah, like, look out until I post another video. Bye.